So I did some hills with the hiller, as you can see what the hiller does. It hills it up, fairly. I didn't, hill it up as high as I wanted it to be, for the simple fact of I'm going to put fertilizer and I'm going to hill them again after they get some growth on them. But what I did was I basically have about 3.5 rows. These 2 rows go to the end, and these 2 rows start up here and go halfway down, which on this last row I'm going to plant some pumpkins over here, maybe a couple more sweet potatoes, but every other row is going to be sweet potatoes. Since I'm having some issues with some pepper plants, before I put the hiller on, I basically laid another row. I think this is probably the straightest row I did all year round, as you can see. So I'm going to put some more tomato and pepper plants in here. They were on sale, so I just bought some more tomato plants, but mostly for peppers, because my peppers only got to about 8 inches, and they're starting to have peppers on them. I'm going to take a walk through the garden, so I just want to show you the hills. Whoop, just stepped on one. And these are some of the cucumbers and cantaloupe and watermelon down there. Here's some of the potatoes. I mentioned in a previous video that I was not happy with how the potatoes came up. I planted 100 pounds of seed potatoes, and as you can see, they did not come up like I really wanted them to, because most of them didn't have the eyes that they should have had. But come down here to look at the cucumbers, and I know there's some on here because I seen them when I was on the tractor. Yep, here's one of the cucumbers there hiding. If we get some rain, I'll probably have a pretty good mess of them. Here's another one that's hiding under there. One of the sorry potatoes. And the corn, like I say, we're extremely dry. Last year we were flooded. This year we're dry, so the corn is looking kind of crazy. So I'm gonna run a sprinkler on it tonight, and go over here to the squash. Squash looks, pretty good. Looks pretty good. Got some coming slowly, but they're coming. And here's the pepper situation. And cabbage, onions. But see, the peppers are really, really short and growing the peppers on them already. I took some of them off with the hopes that they would get bigger, but didn't happen. I staked up some of the tomatoes. This is one that I did not. It's full of tomatoes. And here is the peas. The peas had some blooms on them, some really pretty vines. Yep, there's some on the pod right there. Get a good rain, and I'll have a mess of peas to pick. See the corn, tomatoes, cabbage, everything else is looking good. That's everything, what it looks like. I see someone's trash blew off their truck on the way to the dump. And then these are the beans. I had to spray them because the bugs were going to eat them up. And then here's some of the jalapeno peppers. It's got some baby ones on there. I don't know if you can, yeah, there it is. I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. And there's some habaneros, and then a weed just trying to come in there. And some grass, another weed. But this is where the peppers were. I need to get in here with a hoe and work on the garden, but this is an update on the garden / hilling.